I hope many of you know who I am. I know many of you have been here all of my life, coming up on 49 years. I know, where's all the years gone? So, probably only about a brief stint of about 4 years when I was at Oklahoma Christian that I wasn't actually here all the time. So, many of you I already know very well. Many of you I don't. So I want to get to know you. What I do in a profession, I'm a software developer manager at Paycom in the payroll department, and it is a quite energetic, busy position. So, but who helps me through that? My wife, Lana. There she is, over there. Can't do it without her. So we're coming up on 27 years this July of our marriage. So wish us luck for some more. Yeah. Lana has homeschooled successfully our two daughters throughout their school years. Claire is a sophomore going to Oklahoma Christian to focus on early education. You want to show that first slide of, yeah, there you go. And Lydia is a senior finishing up her homeschooling year. So, what I'm here to talk about is our worship ministry. And I've been doing that for about 15 years now, a little over. And started with song leading straight out of the youth group, and that led into Tracy Watson and Glenn Davis, getting me to start scheduling the song leaders. That led me to, be interested in being a deacon. And then when they asked what I wanted to do, I wasn't sure, but worship seemed to fit. And that's where I've been for that many years. And I'm excited to be doing it. I partner with Kevin and Jean each week and the elders to make sure that we put forth a good worship service. Some of the things that I do, before I get into what I do, what I want to make sure that everyone knows is it's kind of all of our duty to participate in worship. And it's what we're here for. That's just so important. And what I do is just a conduit of helping get everyone else involved. And so I want to make sure that that's known. Can't do it without you guys. It would be a very dull service if you guys were not involved. So again, I work with Kevin and Jean on our worship goals. Try to meet with him as often as we can, as often as I can. Work with Travis, Swaim, Peter, and Fred. PowerPoint work every week, trying to get our schedules sent to them. I work with the office staff to make sure we have what we need in the bulletin. So what I do, I also build and send out the schedule each week. Each month I'll select the men participating and help get them involved, find out what they're interested in, and get them connected and get them involved in our worship. There are many different things that we do and that I schedule. I schedule about 27 to 28 men every week, getting them organized, making sure they're here, making sure that they can participate. But really, what I enjoy the most is getting involved with them, getting to know them, and really connecting with them. And it is called worship, but I sometimes feel like an involvement deacon. I really like to get people involved in connecting with folks. So that's what's kept me going. Is I love this church. I love getting the men that are interested in participating in worship. So So finding and scheduling our men to serve and help. This all started from a notebook 15 plus years ago. And it was all on paper, and it was quite chaotic. And it was not very efficient. So soon after becoming the deacon, I was able to find and purchase a scheduling software that helped automate and the process. So that has been a huge help. So we do have that schedule application. And here's a few things. You can actually sign up through our app. There's a few images here. This is just the app, going to activities, and then going to the worship slide at the, and then right there, that worship ministry section, you can actually select sign up. That's going to send an email directly to me with your information and what you're interested in participating in. And then I can get you plugged in. But what I really want to say to that is I want to meet you face to face. If I don't know you, I want to. That's my biggest plug today. So what I do schedule is a worship coordinator every week, a communion coordinator that helps out, 2 ushers, 12 communion servers, communion prep team. It can be a husband and wife group or individuals that will help prepare our communion every Sunday. The song leaders, our scripture, prayers, class and auditorium counting. Those things have to be accounted for. I've helped with the technology team with their scheduling of their audio, video, and streaming. And also I help schedule the elders. Of course, they're more self-regulate. They kind of know when they're up. So. I need help from you guys. We can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. And so that is my pitch. If you want to review what you are signed up in, I really want you to take a look at that. If you haven't been selected to do something, not on purpose, please let me know. I want to get you plugged in where you want to be. I'm also looking for anyone that will help me out in any of these roles. Doing this alone it has some ups and downs, and so I'm also looking for folks that would like to help out in this organization. So, also let me know what is encouraging you in the worship. I want to hear from you. I'd like to know what we're doing well. If you have any questions, definitely come see me. Again, really, I want to meet you guys. I want to know, truly want to get you guys involved.
Do you select the songs?
No, the song leaders do that. Yep, I work with. Yep.
Enjoy the service.
Right. I understand. Like the older songs. For sure. It's good to have a mix of some old and new, for sure. Any other questions I'd like to take? I'd say again, one more time. The ones that help me with coordinating is Patrick Bronner, Jake Beshears, was Jason Hammett. He's out now as he moved. There's Brian Hartman. Gene helps me out as well. I I think there's a few more, but I didn't have them memorized right off the spot. I rotate them so no one is overloaded with continual duties. So I try to do that for every position. It is. It's easier to communicate with email and cell phones, but there are folks that sometimes don't check their email, and so I do have to make some phone calls and just the old my dad, he would get calls Saturday night back when I was a kid, and that's how it was done. That was how it was always done. And then they used to send a letter to everyone serving back in the day. So now we send emails or texts, and sometimes we'll still call. So. Yes. Well, for doing it so long, I actually know who does what very well, and then checking with the system, I can kind of make sure that they're rotated 2 or 3 months, and then here's the thing. I love the folks that are willing to sub in when someone's out, and they can do that at any time. It's so helpful. I can find the ones that love to serve, love to be a part of the worship, and it's so helpful to me because there are a lot of people that have things that go on, can't participate, and so my numbers have dwindled a little bit. And this is the time for me to plug. Hey, please sign up. I really, really want you. Well, I know there's a few other men up today, so I'm going to end it for us. But again, I want you guys to come see me. I want to meet you. I want to talk to you. Let me know how worship is going. Thank you all.
Good morning. I'm Tom Rackley. Get my put-togethers here. I'm the leader of the Building and Grounds Ministry. How's that? I'd like to introduce my wife, Virginia. Right over there. She's waving at me. Well, we can do better than that. There she is. That's not a hat. I needed one. That was taken April the 11th, celebrating our 65th wedding anniversary. She deserves the credit. I don't know what I would do without her. I started this ministry at the old church over on Cornwell Drive about 3 years before we left there, right? Is that better, Joe? I need a pen. I need a pen or something to hold it up there.
Well, as you're doing prayer, you need to put that a little closer to your mouth.
Okay. Better? Thank you. Anyway, I'm an electrical contractor, and at the old building, we had our air conditioning and heating and so forth. Our systems were beginning to show their age, and sometimes even during service, I would have to get on the roof and make the air conditioner go. So I guess they thought I could handle that job, so I was asked to be a deacon and take on building and grounds. So it was, after we moved into this building, that was my job, and it has been now for 28 years. Virginia and I have 3 children. Kip is 63. He's still working, wanting to retire. And I told him, don't ever retire. I've been in it for 55 years, and I haven't retired. We have 6 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, and 1 more in November. I'd like to talk a little bit about my ministry. It has to do with anything about the building, the grounds, in other words, the parking area, the lighting inside and out. As you may have noticed, about a year ago, we retrofitted the parking lot lighting. We had high-pressure sodium up until that time, and we retrofitted that with LED lighting. And it's probably cut our electric bill by 35–40% because it's much more efficient. I think I rely on Travis Swaim more than anyone else in this congregation as far as building and grounds. I don't know what I would have ever done without him. Every Friday, all day long, you'll see him out here on the lawnmower taking care of our grounds. But that's not all he does. He started this business back here. I don't even know what they do. I guess this thing. But anyway, they do a terrific job. And Travis and Fred right in the middle of it. I'm looking for a green thumb. Having a green thumb means a naturally skilled gardening and growing plants. It implies the ability to nurture and help plants thrive, making them healthy and flourishing. It's an idiom used to describe someone who has a knack for gardening. Some might argue it's simply a matter of learning and practice. The phrase often suggests an innate ability or an aptitude for gardening. I'm looking for one of those, maybe 5 of those. We've got a big garden out here. All of the flower, I started to say flower beds, but they're not flower beds anymore. They're dirt beds. And I need some help to revive them. When we first moved in, we had a lot of work days on Saturdays. I'd like to get back into that and see if we can revive some of these flower beds. I also can use some help running this ministry. I'm kind of getting to the age where I'm a little slow. Incidentally, we have 20 acres here. We bought 20 acres and we permitted 7.5 acres to build the building. So we still have a big plot of ground out there that's not developed yet. Right in the middle of that, you see the 2 little green spots. I've got a little deal here. Fred gave me this. Those 2 little green spots right there on top of the building. Where's the building, Fred? We don't have the building? Oh, the green spots. Oh, my goodness. Did we get a picture of the building? The brand new building? There it is. That's before we put any cars on the parking lot. That was in the year 2000. We had just completed the building. Well, I'll put it another way. It's about 2002, I guess, because the trees are green. We had a couple of years there. It's not a nice building, but it takes a lot of maintenance to maintain a building like that. And I'm looking for some help to maintain this building. Our next project is going to be a relamping, putting LED lighting in this auditorium here. Travis has retrofitted the rest of the building, all the classrooms, the hallways. It's all LED now. But I'd like to get this auditorium converted to LED. It would certainly cut our electric bill and give us improved lighting. We can improve this lighting probably 25% if we had LED in here. If you feel like getting involved, if you would leave a message at the office, or you can contact me. The office knows how to get a hold of me. I'm going to have a meeting shortly, and I'll advertise it, put it in the bulletin or something. I'd like to have a meeting of those folks who would like to get involved in this ministry, and especially 2 or 3 that would like to help me with this ministry. I think that's about all I have. Are there any questions? Would anybody like to volunteer right now? Okay, I thank you.
All right, we're still on. That is pretty wild. All right, I am. Do what? No, we came so prepared we didn't bring pictures. So, I am Chris Beshears. This is Jesse McCracken. We're the deacons. We work directly with Grady McKnight with the South Yukon Youth Crew, SY2 crew. It's the 6th grade through 12th grade here at the church. Just a little bit brief about us. I like to call Jesse and I the dynamic duo for what we bring to this group. I've had the privilege of, I've attended this congregation almost my entire life. I just turned 46. We moved here when I was in kindergarten. So I had the ability to grow up in this congregation in the old building and go through the youth group. We didn't have youth ministers back then. We just had parents and deacons. We still did great. But from my past growing up here, I know what it's like not to have a youth minister. And the activities we did, like I said, we still did great. Jesse, on the other hand, when they moved here, they came 2020, COVID, 2019, okay. They came during COVID. And but they've attended 2 or 3 other churches growing up. So they bring kind of the outside perspective of how other congregations have done it. I only know how we've done it. But that's why I said it's kind of like the dynamic duo. We bring 2 different perspectives and we work it out that way. So and it really seems to work. My wife Tammy and I have been married for 26 years. We have 3 kids. Jesse and Amy have been married for 29 years, and they also have 3 kids, 3 girls. So that's, like I said, I didn't bring any pictures. I don't think Jesse did either, but you can find us. We're here every Sunday morning, just about any time where the building's open, we're here. And even when it's not open, we're here. So We work, like I said, with Grady McKnight. He's been here for just over 2 years now as our youth minister. And guys, let me tell you, it is amazing what a youth minister can bring to a youth group. I didn't know that growing up. Jesse has seen that. I didn't know that. So when we started bringing an active, get-involved youth minister into this congregation, and it didn't just start with Grady. It started, before Grady, with Houston even. But the amount of activities we get involved in, the amount of things we do. So just a brief synopsis. Starts off Sunday morning. We have Sunday morning Bible class. Normally once or twice a month, we'll have an activity on Sunday evenings up here at the building. Sometimes it's just getting together. I don't know if you've seen our volleyball pit we have outside, the sand volleyball pit. Man, the kids, they have a lot of fun playing volleyball, and they're good. They're good. We just went to Tecumseh for an area-wide. I'll get into that real quick, too. In the winter months, during school, we go to area-wides once a month. That's something we used to do when I was growing up, and we kind of got away from it. Grady got us back into it. So once a month on a Sunday, we travel to another congregation on a Sunday evening. And we worship with that congregation. It's a whole bunch of youth groups from all over the metro and surrounding areas. And it's just a huge worship and praise night. If any of y'all, so in February, the last 2 Februaries, we've hosted one here on a Sunday night. We have the big chili dinner, and all the kids are here. If you've never been to that, I really, really encourage. We'll probably do it again this coming February. Great singing. If you've ever been around the youth group, especially when there's a whole bunch of them, it's just great singing. I really encourage you to check that out. Anyway, we go to Tecumseh. Theirs is a little different. They do it on a Sunday morning. We do Sunday morning worship service with them. Then they have a volleyball tournament that afternoon. And, a lot of them don't take into account we play volleyball a lot. So I think we end up, second place? So what I'm saying, these kids can play volleyball. We play a lot of volleyball. But really today I want to focus on the ministry as a whole with Grady. So we do the Sunday mornings, Sunday evening deals. Wednesday night we do what we call a praise and worship night, where it's all student-led. They do all the singing. In the winter months, normally Grady does the Devo. A lot of times in the summer months, we let the kids get up and do kind of like their testimonies and stuff. Very powerful. It's a lot of fun to see what they know, how they've grown as a group. Another great thing he's done for our church, and we really push the discipleship point to our kids. Your job is to go out and bring people to church, right? Your discipleship journey starts today. And I bring that up because we have probably 25%, close to, kids in our youth group that do not have parent involvement in this congregation. So what that means, somebody invited them to church. Someone in our youth group invited that individual to church, and they stayed. A boyfriend brings a girlfriend to church, and they stay. Our youth group has grown substantially just in that aspect alone. And not only do they stay, but they continue to come on their own. So even though the original friend that brought them may not be here today, they're still here. The individual they dated when they first started coming here, they may break up. Well, they continue to come. And we baptized several of them. It's just a great... it's great to see the overflowing amount of kids that want to be here, and that's the environment that I'm really pumped about that has been created. Is I don't want to say we compete with other churches, but in a sense we do. You've got Life Church, you've got Together We Church, you've got all these other churches that they really do. I don't know, like to say big fun things, a lot bigger than we do, and. So we have to find a way to attract the kids here, but not just to get them here for the fun, but get them here because they want to be here. And that's really where we've succeeded. We've got, I'm going to say probably 55 active kids in the youth group. And that's not all the kids we have here. We still have some that, we've been trying to get involved in the youth group. Some of them will come to Bible class, some of them won't. But that's, we still have work to do. we still have to bring these kids in and find out how to reach them. We just got back, so some of the things we do in the summertime, we just got back from our big mission trip in Ohio. We left out on a Saturday morning, drove to St. Louis, stayed the night at the McKnight Church of Christ Saturday night, got up Sunday morning and made the drive into the Midwestern Children's Home in just outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. While we were there, the kids did manual labor. They cleared brush, they helped move some furniture, they built a fence. So that's what I really want to. We have a lot of fun as a youth group, but we do a lot of work too. It's not all fun. A lot of it, some of it's work. But the kids are in. They know this going in, and we took a little over 30 people, I think, to Cincinnati. Yep. So we rented a couple Ford Transit vans and had a pickup pulling a utility trailer, and off to Cincinnati we went. Kind of cool. Grady's a huge basketball fan. So on Sunday of our trip was game 2 of the finals, I think. It was a home game here. We were driving through Indianapolis, so we stopped at the Pacers field house and posed for a picture in all of our Thunder gear. We got booed. But anyway, we had a great week. The guy that runs the camp there, he had a list of stuff for us to do, and he didn't expect us to get through the whole list because a lot of manual labor. They got done the very first day about 95% of his list. He said, I don't know what else to do the rest of this week because y'all did everything that I needed done for the next 2 groups coming. So the kids, they get all in, they go to work. That's what Grady brings to the table for us, though. He's very connected as a youth minister. His whole family's in the ministry in this area, Chickasha, Norman, and the surrounding areas. So he brings a lot of that to the table. We did Cincinnati this year in lieu of going to Houston like we have in the past. Just something new, something fun. Almost out of time. So what I guess I'll say is, for one, thank you. We couldn't do what we do without your contributions, without your support. If there's ever an opportunity you want to get involved with the youth group, come see us. If you ever have any questions about the youth group, by all means, come see us. So we went on our mission trip just now. At the end of July, we're doing what we call kind of a senior trip. Or it's a 16 and over trip, basically. We're taking a group of them up to Colorado, and we're going to raft while we're up there. Last year, we went to New Mexico and we hiked. But now everything we do, it is Christian focused. So like when we did the hiking, we hired a company called Wilderness Trek. It's a Christian-based hiking company that you do devotionals all the way up. Everything is Christ-based and Christ-focused. So the kids, we do balance our work and our learning with some fun. We try to keep everyone engaged and find a home and a spot for everybody. But like I said, we couldn't do that without your help. So also, if, like I said, anything you want to know about the youth group, Jesse and I are, knee deep in all of this stuff. We'd love to answer questions. We'd love to talk about it. Church. So today, Grady is leading what they're calling Peak Week. It's a new camp. They started at Lariat Creek in Gary, and Grady is the director this week. That's awesome. He's leading that camp this week for the middle school age kids, and we have 4 or 5 of our older kids even that are there as counselors this week, along with our middle school group that is there camping. They leave today. Our sponsors and counselors left yesterday. The kids will all leave today for Peak Week at Lariat. They also have senior session that our kids will be at attending. Grady is going to be a counselor there as well. So that's one thing, when you think about Grady, his job isn't just Sundays and Wednesdays. We do a lot of stuff in the evening. They do Bible studies throughout the week in the summertime. They do lunches throughout the week on the summertime. We do a lot of evening activities. So it takes away, he's young, married, 2-year-old. If you haven't met Ren yet, you're missing out. Come meet Ren. But they really get involved. They got a lot going on. So Jesse and I do everything we can to kind of work with him. We've kind of taken a mentorship role with him. This is, he's the youth minister. We let him call the shots. We kind of counsel him and give him some direction from time to time. But this is very much his ministry that we're just here to support. With that, and I haven't covered even a portion of what all we could talk about, but is there any youth-related questions I could help answer now? Or if not, you can come catch me anytime. I would love to talk about it. Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Yeah. Hey, the Garner boys are one of the main drivers of our youth group growing. They bring friends like no other, and they stay. And we baptized a whole bunch of them. So, thank you. So this one, and both of them really they're more of a event focused mission. So like when we went to Houston, it was we were doing VBS for inner city Houston kids, and it's a constant. They rotate them through all the time. So everything they do is focused around Impact Church in Houston. When we went to Ohio, it was more focused on the children's home itself. Yeah,
they got 77 acres in Cincinnati. And so Scott, the director of grounds there, he directs these groups that's coming in to do what they need done. So that may be painting, mowing, whatever, to get the group ready. They had about 18 kids there, I think. Right now, more during the school year. They also have a private Christian school there. So we kind of influx there and are at their discretion, just like in Houston. We sign up. There's somebody that Grady works with to coordinate that, and they say that we need this work done. This is the VBSs. I think during COVID, we went ahead and went down there. It was canceled, and they put them to work cleaning buses and the building and grounds and all of that. So our kids pitch in and do whatever those missions need done. We're just their hands and feet when we get there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw another. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. We've got Yukon, Mustang, Piedmont, Cashin, Southwest Covenant. We cover pretty much this, say Yukon and then around. And we do have homeschool. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Okay. Well, that was the first bell. If you guys have any other questions, you want to come see Jesse, like I said, we'd love to talk about it. A lot of times Sunday mornings, even during meet and greet, we're down here with the kids. I encourage you, if you ever really want to know about the youth group, go talk to the kids. They love to talk about it too. Great group of guys. Is it? Where's Joe? Did he step out? Okay. So that was the first bell, or is that the second one now? That was first. Okay. So guys, come see us afterwards if you have any questions. We'd love to talk about it. Other than that, we just really appreciate your support. And if you ever want to get involved, come talk to us. We'd love to have you. Thank you, guys.